you had the hypothesis that the government was seeking to destroy the National Health Service, if that were your hypothesis, all the data that we're seeing are consistent with that hypothesis. They may say, no, that's not what we're seeking to do. But if you look from 2010, waiting lists started to increase. Not just the pandemic, not just the war in Ukraine, from 2010. So in the period pre-2010, waiting lists came down, satisfaction with the NHS was high, spending on the NHS went up at about 3.8% per year, up to 2010. That 3.8% increase per year went down to about 1% increase per year. Waiting lists started to climb and climb and climb. 150,000 vacancies for doctors and nurses. Failure to pay doctors and nurses properly. Yeah. It's a recipe for making the NHS fall over.
Are we stumbling or sleepwalking towards a privatised healthcare system, do you think?
Well, that's why I say if you had the hypothesis that this was a sort of a malicious undermining of the NHS, the data we're seeing are consistent with the hypothesis. I have no special insight into what motivates ministers, but they're not behaving as if they want to preserve our NHS. And if you go back to the Commonwealth Fund, which does regular comparisons of healthcare systems in 11 countries, the NHS always used to be number one. And equity of access, number one, the best performer. And we're slipping down the rankings. It's a tragedy.